Hey everybody. So today I wanted to take a look at the retro metallic Super 7 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers that they released back in November of last year, if I remember correctly. Now, last time I just already had the figures out, and then I just showed a comparison between the White Ranger and Green Ranger versus the Red Ranger that Super 7 released in their Ultimates line. But this time, I wanted to make a more apples to apples comparison and compare the, yes, Dragon Shielded Red Ranger, but we're going to be comparing it to the MMPR Red Ranger without the Dragon Shield because he has a really cool symbol on his chest. And see, compare them both. So we're going to take a look at the packaging that the Retro Metallic Super 7 Mighty Morphin Power Rangers come in, and then we're going to take a look at the figures side by side and compare. So first, let me show you all the packaging where it comes from. So you get this really nice box. It's a triangle like the ones that they had back in the day for the Bandai Power Ranger line when they released it. And so you have here, it says Jason, the Red Ranger, then you have the Green Ranger, Yellow Ranger, the Black Ranger, the Red Ranger, the Pink Ranger, the Blue Ranger, and then the White Ranger. So I decided to open mine up from the bottom. Then once you open it up from the bottom, you get this figure inside of this cardboard tray. So then you just see the Red Ranger slightly from inside, and then it's very hard to see the power sword, and you really can't see the blade blaster at all. So yeah, it's inside the green triangle. Inside there's another triangle, helps keep it triangle shaped, and then you get your plastic with the Red Ranger and tape around the weapons. And he's got a little harness around him, a little plastic harness. So I'm going to remove the power sword. I don't know if I should remove the blade blaster because I don't think that it fits in his holster. I'll see. But then I'm going to go off camera for this. Well, I'm going to pause it. And then when you see this again, he's going to be standing right next to the other one. Alright, so now we have both of them next to each other. Now, it's really hard to tell on camera, but the Retro Metallic looks a lot shinier and glossier than the Super 7 Ultimates version. Now, the helmets are 1000% the same. I wholeheartedly believe that all they did was print out more of the same helmets because there's not much of a difference. I think the only difference that I see is that there's some slight white paint on the Red Ranger's helmet for the Ultimates edition, but on the Retro Metallic, it's all just silver. But it's really hard to tell unless you're looking at it in person, or if you're looking at it, I guess, super carefully. Let's see if I can focus in on the helmet, and you'll be able to see the white that I'm talking about. It's so bad. I guess we won't be able to see it on camera. There's a little bit of white there, but then if you take the retro, it looks white here. That's because the camera can't focus, but it's all just silver. But besides that, these helmets are 1000% the same. Now, the weapons, however, are very different. The Red Ranger Ultimate Sword is very detailed, and it's very sharp, very pointy. Well, not sharp, it's just pointy. And then it's very detailed with lots of really nice paint. And the Blade Blaster is too. Blade Blaster looks like a reasonable size, and sorry. I can't focus. But it's a reasonable size, fits in the hand, looks good. It's painted really nicely too. And then on the retro metallic, we got this. This is a power sword. I mean, this is reminiscent of the old Bandai versions that they released so long ago. And yeah, I guess it would look the same. It doesn't look like the actual one from the show, but it's nice. Somewhat. I'd much rather have the Ultimate version. And then you have the Blade Blaster, which is really, really big. It's kind of, I guess, if you put it in its blade form, it might make more sense than the little one. Because then the little one in the Ultimates would just be a dagger, but this would actually be a sword that you could use. And yeah, so I'm having trouble with the metallic. He looks like he's slanting sideways to the left. But anyways, now I know that a lot of collectors or a lot of adults who used to have these toys like really looking at the paint application on them, and so let's go over it. So on the retro, you have the silver belt with the little red power coin. On the Ultimates, you have the really nice belt with the outlines everywhere, with the power coin, with the morpher, with the buckle and the belt. It all looks really nice. And then the diamonds on both look exactly the same. So the legs, the hands, all looks the same. He doesn't get the little red outline on the buckle, so there's also that difference. And they make it white instead of silver like the rest of the belt. And then because this one was released with the green dragon shield, it also has the dragon dagger and like a compartment where you can put the dragon dagger. And then so if you look at the one that I got for the Super 7 Ultimates, it has this really ugly stain on the chest because the paint was applied poorly. However, on the retro metallic one, those diamonds look really nice. And like they look immaculate. There's nothing wrong with those diamonds. They look perfect. They even look pretty well centered. And the best part is the Tyranno looks beautiful. It just because I like the 1990 something movie of the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers that was released when I was actually probably too small for it, but I saw it when I was a little, I had it on VHS and I would watch it and watch it and watch it. But I loved the suits and I loved that they had the power coins on the chest. Not the actual power coins, but like their spirit animals on them when they would transform. And also the Dinozords when they transformed in the beginning of the movie. But anyway, so I really like that they have that on their chest. He will not have it on his chest. I'm gonna remove the dragon shield so that you all can see what I'm talking about when I say that the paint application is horrible on the $50 or $60 Super 7 Ultimates version, and then on the retro metallic that's $35. It just looks beautiful, and you need to see this. All right, now that I've decapitated my Red Ranger, I've noticed that it just looked really bad for me. I don't know what the internet is going to think, but here it is, so you can see. Look at that. It looks exactly the same on both sides. Great. Now I just look like I'm ridiculous. But if this camera was able to focus, then you would be able to see that there actually is like a stain that comes down from his chest, and it looks like, yeah, it goes around like from here all the way up to his chest. And then if you look real closely, this isn't even straight. No, there's like lines here. No, Okay. Well, anyways, this one looks better. But let's see. Since we have them both open without the dragon shield, let's take a look at the diamond patterns. No, yeah, they both look great. They both look great. Clearly visible on all sides. Yeah, about the same. About the same. Maybe if I like mix them up, would you be able to tell? But yeah, that's it. That's my little review. I'm gonna put them back together right now. I guess just some of my closing thoughts is, though these figures are almost entirely identical, you do get a lot more if you get the Super 7 Ultimates. It almost makes it worth it if like this is me thinking out loud right now, because you get nicer versions of the weapons, so the Blade Blaster, the Power Sword, you get the Dragon Shield, you get extra arms for the Red Ranger because you can swap between the Dragon Shield arms and the ones without the Dragon Shield. You get the Dragon Dagger, and you get Tommy's like holster for the Dragon Dagger. Whereas for the retro metallic, yeah, he's shiny, but the only thing that I like more about him is the fact that he has the Tyrannosaurus or the Tyrannosaurus on his chest. I don't really like the retro weapons. They're fine. I like the buckle. The buckle doesn't bother me, even though it's not show accurate. And then you get extra hands with the Super 7 Ultimates. And I think that's about it. You don't get anything else in the Retro Ultimate either. But then again, Retro Ultimate, $35, which is sick. And it looks like the one from the movie. Whereas Dragon Shield, of course, Dragon Shield Red Ranger looks better than regular Red Ranger. It's tough, and you get so much more. You get so much more with it. But yeah, tell me what you think. Which one would you have rather gotten? The $35 retro metallic Super 7 Power Ranger, or the Super 7 Ultimates Red Ranger with Dragon Shield? Let me know. And let me know if you like this video. Let me know if you want me to change anything. If anything, if you know of anything that I missed, be sure to leave that down in the comments. If you hated my video, also let me know. Also, one thing I didn't mention is that the Super 7 line has black soles on his shoes, whereas the Retro Metallic does not. So there's that. I do like that little touch, that little detail. Bye, everybody.